This doesn't make any sense. Honestly, I'm pretty shocked and frustrated. When you watch this Knicks team, one of the first things you can look at is that our offense is good, but it can get better. And one of the ways it can get better is for this Knicks team to generate more threes, especially more open threes. However, after game 5, Karl-Anthony Towns spoke to the media and he made some shocking comments about the Knicks and their offense. He stated the reason he's not taking more threes against the Celtics, the reason the Knicks are not generating more threes against Boston is because that's the game plan. It's by design. The Knicks want to do more damage inside versus taking the three-point shot. And here's why that's a problem. Number one, the Boston Celtics shoot the three ball extremely well and do so very frequently. So you're going to have to match that output. Number two, Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the best shooting big men in the NBA today. One of the main reasons the Knicks traded for Towns was to be able to stretch the floor and have somebody else that can shoot that three ball. If you're telling Towns not to shoot the three, you're effectively limiting his game. Also, the Knicks released the injury report recently, and a Knicks player is listed on it. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. Cat makes a shocking statement on the Knicks offense and the way it's being run. Now, we've all seen New York each and every game, and the way they're moving the ball, the way they're moving themselves, and the way they're trying to get their offense running. And every time, I normally say it, they're not moving the ball enough, too much isolation play, but even more than that, they're not generating enough open shots. But here's the problem. The game plan, at least according to Karl-Anthony Towns, is not to shoot threes. It's to attack inside. And while I can understand that, and I don't have a problem with that, shouldn't you mix it up? Shouldn't you do your damage inside and outside? But after game 5, Karl-Anthony Towns spoke to the media and he said the following to them about his game and why he's not shooting more threes against Boston. Shout out to New York Basketball on the app X for giving us this following information here. According to Karl-Anthony Towns, he said the following after game 5 and also stated why he only has 2 threes in this series so far. According to Cat, I haven't really been out there, haven't really had the chance to shoot. We've just been doing our game plan. I've been trying to do most of my damage inside and do whatever my team asks of me. Basically stating that the Knicks do not want him shooting more threes. They want Towns doing his damage inside, attacking inside, and trying to create more for the Knicks inside. And while I can understand that, it doesn't make sense. Because if he's open from 3, if the Knicks can get him better looks from 3, why not do that? He can shoot the 3 ball. He can shoot it well. Even though he's not taking that many attempts during the postseason, he should. He needs to. He has a great inside and outside game. Why are we limiting him? And obviously, Karl-Anthony Towns cannot create that shot by himself. So New York, Tom Thibodeau, the coaching staff, the players we have on the floor need to do a better job of finding Cat, feeding Cat, and getting him more open looks. And I'm not the only one who's saying this. Josh Hart, he's also stating the exact same thing when it comes to Karl-Anthony Towns. After game 5, Josh Hart said the exact same thing about the Knicks and how they need to get Karl-Anthony Towns more involved. Here's what he had to say after game 5. According to Hart, I think we can run actions that get Cat more open. We are running a lot of ball screen actions, and they are in drop. We can figure out ways to get him going, whether it's transition or flares or quick screens. ball screens into wides. We have to figure out ways to help him. Obviously, he's a hell of a shooter, but if he was a guard, we'd be in a different situation because he'd have the ball in his hands and he'd be able to create for himself. We've got to help him get in positions for that. And I think from the top down, we are not doing that. I absolutely agree with Josh Hart here. When you watch the Knicks, there are certain times Karl-Anthony Towns has a mismatch underneath, and he is available. He may not be calling for the ball, which always irks me, because when you are an all-star, a player like Karl-Anthony Towns, if you're not getting the ball, you need to start demanding the ball, and I need to see that from Towns. And if we turn Karl-Anthony Towns into an offensive juggernaut and the Celtics fear him, guess what they're going to do? They're going to throw 2, 3, maybe even 4 defenders at Towns if he catches the ball inside the paint. And what is that going to do? It's going to open up everybody else on the floor. It's going to get them open shots. It's going to potentially get Jalen Brunson an open look if Karl-Anthony Towns can demand that much attention. And the way New York can create that is to create that monster, get him open looks. Whether he wants the ball or not, if you see him have an advantage or he's open, funnel the ball to him, give the ball to him. And before the game, let him know you are an all-star. You are an important player on this team. And you need to start demanding the ball when you know you have an advantage. He needs to have a statement game. The Knicks are going to help him do that. Obviously, the team is going to rally behind him and try to get him more open looks, get him more open shots, get him certain mismatches and certain advantages that he can exploit. But it's also going to be on Towns to make sure he's aggressive, stays aggressive, and attacks inside and outside. And especially tonight for Game 6, New York is going to be limited with their center depth and their bigs, because on the injury report, and I'm not sure where this injury even happened, Precious Achiuwa is now listed on the injury report for the Knicks. Before we get back to today's show, I want to give a special thanks to today's sponsor, MyBookie. The NBA playoffs have officially begun. Whether you're cheering for the Knicks or you're watching any other series going on, MyBookie helps you score big on every three-pointer, every monster slam, and every buzzer beater. Place bets live as the action unfolds. And if you're feeling confident, MyBookie's quick cash out option lets you lock in your winnings early. If you're new to MyBookie, use promo code MM50 to instantly boost your first deposit. Deposit $50, get an extra $25 back. Deposit $100, get an extra $50 back. And when the playoffs are completed, MyBookie's casino gives you even more opportunities to win with slots, blackjack, roulette, and more. It never stops. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. And now, let's get back to the show. According to New York Basketball, and shout out to them for giving us this following update, Precious Achiuwa is questionable for Game 6 with a right ankle sprain. And this is the first time in this series that the Knicks have listed anybody with an injury. Now, the one thing we have to say is it is Precious Achiuwa. And the reason I'm saying that is Achiuwa really hasn't played significant minutes for the Knicks during this postseason run. The only time he has really played any minutes, and they haven't really even been significant minutes, is because Towns or somebody else is in foul trouble. If that doesn't happen, I don't see the Knicks even going to Achiuwa. So this injury may not mean anything at all. However, if the Knicks are dealing with anything during this game, we are going to be limited because we're not going to have Achiuwa there. So what does that mean? Who's the next man up if the Knicks need somebody else in the process, if something happens in Game 6? It's likely going to be Ariel Hukporti because we don't have anybody else. And I'm fully on board with that. Everybody is continuing to count us out. They want Boston to beat New York. They want Boston to end this series. They want Boston to do the unthinkable. Nobody wants the Knicks to win. Everybody is against us. But I said it before, right? New York versus everyone. I love it like that. Stay on that side and keep that energy all the way up and all the way over there. Because when the Knicks shock the world and do something that nobody expected, I hope that energy stays the same. Because trust me, my energy is going to match that. But what about you guys? What do you think about Karl-Anthony Towns and his shocking comments about the Knicks and the fact that their game plan is not to shoot more threes, not to have Karl-Anthony Towns shoot more threes? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.